One time for the one time. We're trying out a new setup here. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if my computer can handle all the processing power that's required, because let me tell you, I can hear the motor whirling. I can hear the fan blowing. So it's some intense power going on. How do you like the new sound? There's a new mic. So once again, keeping the production value moving forward. Taking a deep breath in, inhale, and release. I don't know about you, but that's enough for me to just take a sip to. I'm drinking some oolong today, glasses up wherever you are. For a moment, heads down to reflect, hearts open to receive wisdom and joy. And when you're ready, cheers, let's drink. I'm sipping on some oolong tonight. What's your aperitif that you're trying? On today's episode, we're taking a look at Affirm's stock. It rocketed in its IPO. Did you see that? Absolutely phenomenal showing. Andreessen Horowitz, you know the VC, Andrees, absolutely spectacular. Just to have their fingers in everything all over Silicon Valley. And they have dubbed developers the new creatives. So what do you think about that? What comes up when I say that? Plus, in clean tech, is it the year for them, 2021? Clean tech will put them in the spotlight. And I may slip in some digital art talk. I know this is not the forum for it. I know you're here to just talk about money and talk about business and talk about VCs, but I may slip a little bit of digital art talk in. We'll see how it goes. And in Carried Heavy, we'll check out startups who are flexing on VC markets, including Bright, MX, and Gainful. Shout out to everyone who's popping bottles and naming yachts today. Where are the builders? Who's launching startups that will shake the room, set the tone, create the agenda? I'm feeling it today. Are you prepared to carry heavy? I'm reading best practices for cover letters. I'm doing meal prep. I have my elevator pitch down packed. I'm signing up for seminars. My mind is set to engage. This mindset right here, this is what real estate developers call grinding. The executive coaches, they call it aligning. I'm a builder. Whatever you call it, what are you doing today to improve your tomorrow? Vision board it, manifest it, make it happen. In Clubhouse parlance, I'm going to drop so many gems today that your 256 megabytes of memory is bound to run out. So get your cloud storage ready. Let's reset the room. Welcome to Carried Heavy, produced by the Flourishing Network. We do business, startup, marketing news mixed in with some personal growth and maybe an occasional talk about art. We talk meditation and art because, quite frankly, making money isn't enough for a fulfilled life. If this is your first time here, buckle up. I'm sure, and make sure that the insurance is up to date on your viewing device, because we are likely to rip the screen off. Let's get into it. Omri, Los Angeles, market check coming up in equities and crypto. The location for today's show is set somewhere off the Big Island. Ooh, take a look at that. ROI on the inside gained, vibes shared, and gems dropped. A whopping 4.18%. Be fair, if at any point during the show value is added to you, you need to become a sponsor of a future Carried Heavy episode. Visit tryflourishing.org and sponsors select the location and ROI of the show. The goal here is to build a massive, I mean absolutely ginormous digital, contemporary, and emerging art collection to flex all over the art world. I'm talking Christie's and Sotheby's at the same time. Let's do this. Resetting, taking a moment to ground ourselves. Inhale. And release. Our market check today. The Dow is down 8.22 points to 31,060. The S&P 500 is up 8.65 points to 3,809. NASDAQ up 56 points to 13,128, and the Russell down 15.99 points to 2,111. And some stocks, the equities, you see them right here, they're green. Alibaba up 4.3% to 235, Apple up 1.62% to 130, and Amazon up 1.44% to 3,165. Shifting gears to the crypto market, which never sleeps. The market is up 8.9% to 1 trillion. Oh, crypto has broke the $1 trillion mark, folks. 1,310,394,134,520. BTC dominance currently sitting at 68.2%. ETH dominance at BTC dominance 68.2 and ETH dominance 12.4. ETH gas 75 GUI. If you don't know what that means, you got to get up on game. Shifting gears, taking a deep breath in, inhale, release. So Affirm stock has rocketed more than 90% after its IPO. The company makes lending products that help people make online purchases in installments. And so this is a credit play for some of you who are used to using credit cards. Instead of charging it to the card, you can charge it to the installment plan. There used to be layaway plans, but now this is a little different where you're making your regular monthly payment. They're fronting you up front, but you pay it a little monthly payment. In the end, you already know what all your payments are going to be and how long it's going to be, so you're not really worried about the constantly growing balances on your accounts. So that's just something else to check out. Have you heard of Affirm? Have you used Affirm? It's very interesting. So shares of Affirm opened up 98.45%. Shares of Affirm are 98.45%, but it opened at $90.90 on a Wednesday after listing on the NASDAQ. Affirm is definitely in play here. It is definitely a stock that is in play, especially when you think about credit and how people just want an alternative to their credit cards. Affirm provides a way for that to take place. We want to take a look at an article that talks about it. This from Jeremy Liu, who writes Affirm's journey from startup to IPO. And so there's a part here that I wanted to really share about how Affirm used an innovative approach to acquire customers. So it says, marketing is a cost center for most fintechs. It's expensive to acquire new users. Early on, Affirm found a different way to acquire users by partnering with retailers to offer a loan at point of sale. This helped consumers make their purchases more affordable. Instead of having to pay for their new exercise bike from Peloton, or a mattress from Purple, or an iPhone from Walmart up front, they could split their purchases into several monthly payments. This is the core of what is now called buy now, pay later. Affirm also helps retailers to reach new customers and to increase cart conversions, repeat purchase rate, and cart sizes. Retailers are happy to pay Affirm to facilitate the sale because it's a powerful revenue accelerator. It's a win-win-win. So things are looking very bright for Affirm and its future. So just thinking about that, in your business, is thinking about how you accept payments. Are you only accepting credit card payments? Could installment or buy now, pay later plans, like the Nouveau layaway plans, could that be something to help boost your conversion rates? Something to consider. All right, taking a deep breath in, inhale. Release. shifting over to the digital art space, if you don't know about digital art, you probably need to get up on game. Right now, it's the wild, wild west, and nobody really knows what's going to be it. If anyone says that something is gospel, it's probably best not to believe them, but it is probably useful to look at who's collecting what, right? As anything, collectors create markets, and those artists, if they are being held by a collector, something to consider. So this is Maker's Place. It's one of the top spaces within crypto art. And so if you don't know what crypto art is, it's backed by the same blockchain technology that backs Ethereum network. It's an ERC 721, and it's a great thing to consider, right? It's something that you should worth exploration. And so we all know GIFs, and we all know kind of images, digital images online, but do you know that there's a way to create a digital scarcity around them, that a code can be linked to a particular piece that lets you know that this is the only authentic one, that this is the original one. And so that's just something to consider there. Now, I think Siri picked me up. Siri off. Cancel. I don't think she's just going to keep going. Anyway, Maker's Place is definitely something to consider. All right, this is our break. Taking a deep breath in, inhale. Release. Coming over to Andreessen Horowitz. So they posed an interesting question in their podcast here that is really worth exploring, is really worth a listen. And so here's the basic synopsis. The rise of developers as buyers, as influencers, as a creative class is a direct result of software eating the world, and the key shifts in IT from on-prem to cloud and SaaS to the API economy, where applications programming interfaces are essentially building blocks for innovation. Developers, therefore, not only play an outside role in high-performing tech companies, but managing and motivating them is actually critical in all companies, since every company is a tech company, whether they know it or not. And so, initially when I heard this, I was like, is that true? Are developers the emerging creative class? Because when I think about it, if you think about like an architect versus an engineer, when you want the vision for something, you go to the architect. The architect will deliver you a plan that may not ever be able to be built because the laws of physics would deny it, right? It wouldn't necessarily support its own weight. But a civil engineer, they give you the structure that will be able to stand the test of time, but do they bring the vision? And so when you think about the creative class, you think about someone who is able to ideate in terms of creating a vision to spin it from nothingness, right? To create something compelling and unique and artistic that has an artistic merit, right? And when you think about a developer, often they are synonymous with engineers, right? The framework of it is an engineer. And so you think about that as someone who is building something. Yes, they create, yes, they ideate, but is that necessarily the artistic vision, right? But then I started to think about it in reverse, in that as we move into a digital space, right, the developers are the ones who come up with the idea to build the tech, and then the graphic designers are the ones who are creating a wrap around it, right? So where the creative force or the creative impulse now has shifted from the external to the internal, where if you think about it, like a watch, for example, the casing of the watch is no longer the most important or valued piece. It is the interior of the watch. And we kind of see that taking place now, in that many watchmakers are starting to remove a lot of the external wrapper so that you can see some of the inner workings, right? You can see into some of the inner machine dials, how they move, the intricate patterns that they create. And that's something that's worth considering, that the creative process, or who we think of as creatives, it's not just about the visual aesthetic, it is about the inner workings, right? It's not about the final expression of it, but that creativity is now being seen as what holds it and sustains something, right? That the value is not just widening, but the value of something is deepening. And I just think that that's a unique proposition that Andreessen is advancing there. So definitely something worth considering. And when you think about your work, if you weren't usually viewed as a creative, maybe if you view what you're doing as an engineer or developer, where they are creating in a digital space, they're creating something that has unique merit and creative and artistic expression, then that's, if you can see a piece of code as a piece of art, then, that's something that's very worth considering there. All right, taking a deep breath in, inhale, release. So we are shifting back towards, I guess you can call it a commercial break, but it's not really a commercial. It's something I'm interested in. This is Known Origin. It's also another digital art space that you should probably get to know. And they're talking about their collections, right? How they're grouping collections in digital art. And so you're seeing digital fashions, you're seeing mocap, you're seeing collage, you're seeing video game art and downloads. And so what they're essentially saying is that these are the categories, these are the buckets that things are being grouped into. And so as the industry begins to mature, it's going to continue to try to create groupings, to create buckets that art can be assembled, so that there can be some way to try to assign value and to try to assign a sense of cohesion. So this is definitely a space that's worth exploring. Check out Known Origin and some of their collections and movements and partnerships and all of that. All right, shifting gears to climate tech, right? Climate tech. So this is from 2 Sigma Ventures of the VC, and they are proposing that climate tech, this could be a big year. So here's some things to consider, right? The big reasons: platforms enabling sustainable creation and consumption of materials, right? A handful of new approaches, from carbon utilization in manufacturing process to marketplaces to help upcycle materials, are starting to take off, right? And so that's one thing to consider, right? The new platforms that will propel it forward. The second is companies leveraging synthetic biology and nature to create a greener world. Synthetic biologies, are these going to be like synthetic trees that actually have an actual property, right? That help clean the air, right? It's very interesting to see what they're working on. So that's another one to consider. And the next is data layers to power climate conscious solutions, right? That data extraction, that's definitely going to be an area. And then software to enable consumers and companies to use renewable energy, right? So you just like we are able to know the source of our food, we want to know exactly where our energy is coming from at a particular point. Wouldn't you like to know that the energy that you're using right now is coming from a windmill off the coast of Maine, right? Like that would be great to know, right? That would be like a fun fact. I could definitely see people getting in on that. So check that out over at 2 Sigma Ventures. All right, taking a deep breath in. As we prepare for Carried Heavy, I like Carried Heavy. Absolutely love carried heavy. So the first organization that we're going to take a look at is from Los Altos, come through Los Altos with Bright, an AI-powered restorative sleep technology company that develops an artificial intelligence connected and robotics-powered bed. Wow, that's a mouthful, but looks amazing. So Bright raised $24,486,817. I wonder who added the $17. Like, how did they come up with that? In a Series A from 10X Group and 6 others. So 6 others include Sandhill Angels, John Warnock, David Mooring, Brad Handler, and Arch Capital Partners. So the people behind Bright, the CEO is Eli CERN, and the CTO is Jonathan Farrington. And so let's take a look at their website, right? Check this out. Look at this. So Bright, it says the restorative bed company. The logo is in the upper left-hand corner, menu bar, how it works, hospitality for your home, licensing, then a shopping cart. And the hero text is the restorative bed. And then it says prescribed by sleep science and purpose-built for restorative sleep. This is going to be a new luxury item that is going to explode because people who've been spending a lot of time at home, they are now valuing their home. Home is now sanctuary. Home is now a spiritual practice. And sleep is, as we know, sleep is such an important role in the body's inflammation and the processing of so many different processes within the body. And so sleep is definitely cool. And so they have a full page image of a bed overlooking the ocean, absolutely gorgeous, and a contemporary looking house. They have a video, and it says, sleep is the foundation of health. Boom, perfect, succinct. It says, our physical, mental, and emotional health depends on sleep. But for centuries, sleep technology has barely evolved, even as the demands of modern life have soared. Introducing restorative bed. Fall asleep quickly, sleep more deeply. Wow. So it says a soft breath-like motion provides multi-sensory relaxation, calming overactive minds to initiate sleep. Interesting. Once sleep has begun, Bright's cooling features draws the body into deep sleep by reducing its core temperature. Fascinating. Stay asleep longer. Bright proactively alleviates pressure and redistributes support throughout the body to prevent and wake morning pains, and then wake naturally. The gradual increase of light, warmth, and gentle motion eases sleepers awake without stress-inducing alarms. Nice. This looks like such a luxury. This bed has to be what, $20,000? Let me see. Let's check out this video. Let's see what this. I'm so curious about this video now. Okay. All right. Now look at that. It has a like an iPad feature. You got the temperature, perfect temperature. Dynamic support for each unique sleeper. Increases total sleep time. Oh, I thought it was going to have like a canopy that came over it or something. Multi-sensory relaxation. Okay. Was that like a massage as you sleep? Enhances sleep efficiency. Okay. Cool. Intelligence. I'm just curious. How much is this thing? Let's see. Oh, I thought it was going to be like 20. It's only 7,600. Okay. You know. Cool. Very nice. All right. Well done, Bright. You've carried heavy today. Check that out. And great marketing too. All right, next up, who's carrying heavy next? Carrying heavy next is coming from Utah. Utah come through with MX. MX raised $300 million in Series C funding. Absolutely. I'm sorry, $300 million. I said that right? $300 million in Series C funding. The people behind MX, CEO Ryan Caldwell, founder and CEO. CTO is Brandon DeWitt. MX is a fintech data company that aims to connect people with their financial data in a way that automates their money experience. Interesting. All right. Welcome to the new data-driven money experience, empowering organizations everywhere to deliver intelligent and personalized digital experiences for their customers. Learn more, request a demo. Interesting. Okay, let's see this visualization, see if I notice what they do. Okay. They have total spend. Oh, okay. Are they creating like dashboards so that people can better manage their money and see kind of visually where it's going? That's a cool feature. I always like that to be done, especially if it's integrated and I don't have to do anything. I could just see the automation and see where things are going. Love that. All right, cool. Well done, MX. All right, shifting to our next carried heavy. This one is coming from San Francisco, as always, Bay Area. Come through with Gainful, flexing on VC markets. Gainful has raised $7.5 million in Series A from AF Ventures and Courtside Ventures, Brand Project, and Barrel Ventures. Gainful is a personalized sports nutrition company that offers subscription to its hydration line of electrolyte drink mixes. Now, I've been hearing so much about electrolytes, having electrolytes in water and how big of a thing that is. So I'm definitely intrigued by this. So it says personalized nutrition made for your tastes, lifestyles, diet, goals, protein, hydration, and pre-workout tailored specifically to your body type and fitness goals. So, and then it has a quiz that you can take. Nice. Okay, it says a personalized nutrition system that works for you. Personalized protein power formulated for your body's goals, including support for registered from our registered dietitians. Nice. Complete your system. Gainful personalized hydration. Electrolyte drink mixes customized for optimal replenishment. Ooh, I like it because I've been hearing so much about these electrolytes, like how that needs to be included in your water. So I don't know. Cute, very nice. It looks very cool. Like this whole system that they have here, that you could pre-order it. It's almost like the meal prep is now going to your smoothie prep and your drink prep and all that. So very cool. With Gainful carrying heavy today. All right. What can I say? We've seen it all, right? We've seen it all. We've done it all. We talked about the creative class, right? We talked about the Affirm's journey, and we talked about so much today. It's hard to know where to even like settle in at. But know this. The question isn't about what others have done. It's about what you are doing and what you are preparing to do next, how you will carry heavy. Don't get so caught up and lost in where others are going that you miss out that you are supposed to be in the race, that you are supposed to be on the field, that you are meant to create, to build, to grow. You are the shepherd. You have a flock. Grow it. Steward it. Now, let's take a moment to meditate, bring ourselves back into balance, coming into an upright and comfortable seated position, closing your eyes if it's safe and comfortable to do so, taking a deep breath in and out to settle into your practice. There is a deeply held dream within you. There is a goal and vision for your life. May you access it with this breath, with within this moment, within this space. It's time for you to achieve. Many deep bows of gratitude to you all for your practice here today. It's a little later than usual, so I am not going to be watching Bloomberg Daybreak Middle East today because I already saw it. But anyway, I'm going to go chill. Have a good night. I'll see you back here next time. All right, let me go see if there's any questions first. Any questions? Where's it at? All right. I'll chat with you later. Bye.